Hello there everyone and welcome to this video right here. Now, it is quite unbelievable that it has been about a whole year since both the death of my previous cat Speckles and the adoption of my current cat Belinda. Although, while this video is made to celebrate the adoption of Belinda, it pretty much is also a very sad video. Not only because of the death of Speckles, but also the death of another cat who had just more recently passed away. And I am, of course, talking about the very well-known talking kitty cat, Sylvester Cash. Now, earlier this year in April, Steve Cash, who was Sylvester's owner and the creator of the Talking Kitty Cat video series, had unfortunately died over suicide. I won't go into all of the details of what exactly happened, so if you are curious about what did happen, I would recommend that you look up his videos. I really did enjoy watching quite a lot of the Talking Kitty Cat videos, and I pretty much knew that the cats were not really talking because I had seen all sorts of videos about people dubbing over the animals before. But what is quite odd is that Steve Cash just kind of portrayed his videos as if he wasn't doing any tricks into them. Like, he just never said, "Oh, I'm dubbing over the cats." Like, I think I remember there was a video where people were asking why Shelby doesn't talk, and he said that dogs cannot talk. Well, that may be true, but cats cannot talk either, and yet he was able to make them talk in his videos. So it just kind of seemed like he just didn't want to admit that he was making the cats talk, and he probably also did not want to admit the real reason why his dog Shelby never spoke in any of his videos. Except for those instances in which he managed to get some sort of device that made it sound like Shelby was talking through a sort of megaphone, like some sort of a device similar to the movie Up, in which the dogs were able to speak through the use of some sort of a speaker collar that was able to sound out their thoughts, which I thought it would be quite impressive. Now, if I was to make a guess as to why Shelby didn't talk in the same way that Sylvester and the other cats did, I think that it's because Steve may have found it to be a little more too difficult to get Shelby to talk than it did the cats. Because I think that in order to get a video that makes it look like the animals are talking, you need to have the animal actually open their mouths, which was much easier to do with cats than it was with dogs. At least, from Steve's perspective, that is. Now, I had just recently found out that Sylvester himself had sadly passed away at some point earlier this year, in December of 2020. I think that his passing had happened about a week from the time of the recording of this video, which is quite unfortunate that I am now learning about this news. It was pretty much bound to happen. I was kind of suspecting that one day Steve would probably post a video saying, "Oh, I'm sorry guys, we aren't going to be doing any more Talking Kitty Cat videos because Sylvester has unfortunately passed away." However, something that I did not expect, and probably something nobody who was watching the Talking Kitty Cat videos was expecting, is that Steve Cash's death would actually be announced. Yeah, this was something that I was not expecting. I was kind of thinking that maybe Steve Cash's wife would probably continue the Talking Kitty Cat series in his absence, but sadly, this didn't happen. There weren't any videos that were posted by Steve Cash's wife with her saying, "Oh, I'm sorry to say that Steve has passed away," and maybe there being some videos with Sylvester just kind of going meh, pretty much the same way that he does in a lot of the Talking Kitty Cat videos. Certainly would have been interesting to see what a post Steve Cash death Talking Kitty Cat video would be like. Although I'm guessing some people would say, oh, it's probably too sad for something like that to be shown. And maybe you would be right in that department. But still, it certainly would have been interesting if she just took over with trying to continue the Talking Kitty Cat video series in Steve's absence. Now, I remember making a number of different videos all about Speckles and even Esmeralda, and also with Riot. And if you want to know about what Esmeralda and Riot are doing these days, they are both doing pretty well. And I am certainly amazed that Riot is still around considering how old he is. I'm not going to go into all of the details about that, but I am amazed that he is still doing pretty well. Now, of course, Belinda has never seen Riot or Esmeralda. In fact, she has never seen Speckles either, since her adoption happened after Speckles' death. Pretty much in all of the years that my family has had cats, with having so many cats that we had, some of them coming, some of them going, some of them dying, some of them whatever else can happen to a cat besides all of those things. It certainly can be quite saddening when a cat who is a longtime friend can pass away, or if a human owner of the cat has passed away, like what had happened with Steve earlier this year in April, and then with Sylvester himself in December of 2020. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if I would have been able to make any Talking Kitty Cat videos, but I did make a couple of different videos. Like, I remember one particular video that I made with Speckles and Esme was that I had them interacting the scene from the Nostalgia Critics Top 11 Cereal Mascots video during the scene where the Lucky Charms leprechaun had showed up, with Speckles playing the Nostalgia Critic and Esmeralda playing the Lucky Charms leprechaun. And then there's this scene which appears to show Esme being thrown off, but don't be alarmed, that's not actually Esmeralda. That is actually a stuffed cat that I used as her stunt double. If it was really her that was being thrown off, she probably would be facing her paws down to the ground like a cat does, but this cat is just standing sideways and not even reacting to being thrown off, which gives the indication that this is not a real cat. That was such an amazing time. Now, as for if I'm going to be doing any videos about Belinda like I had done with Speckles back in the day, I am not entirely sure. I mean, I suppose this video could count, but she doesn't really do much. Belinda just sleeps all day, and sometimes at night she may climb into bed with me. But she is very different from Speckles in a number of different ways, and I am not going to get into all of those details. But I had been getting Belinda a couple of very nice cat toys since she had come in here, some of them being carried over from the time that I had Speckles, as well as some new stuff that I had gotten since Belinda was brought home. Yeah, and I also remember there is this cat necktie, which was the very last Christmas present that I got for Speckles, and also the very first Christmas present that I had gotten for Belinda. I think that I only had that cat necktie about a week before Speckles' death, and I remember that I was going to have Speckles wear that all throughout the month of December, but she then died at some point, and Belinda did not mind me putting the necktie on her, as shown in this picture, but when I did try to get it on her a little more recently, she was a bit neglective of wearing it, despite her wearing it before. And when I do manage to get it on her, she doesn't seem to be all that much interested in wearing the necktie. Now, the whole reason why I didn't have her wear it throughout the month of December after I first got her was because since she was a new cat, I didn't want to have her get the idea that she was going to have to wear that all her life. And so I just figured maybe next year I would have her be wearing it throughout the month of December, pretty much to just give her the indication that it was just going to be an annual thing. Although she isn't wearing it right now because, as I said, she doesn't seem to be all that much interested in wearing it. I may try having her wear it a couple more times, like maybe in the next few years. but at the moment, she doesn't seem to be all that much interested in it, unfortunately. So there you have it. That pretty much is my little tribute video to Steve Cash as well as Sylvester. And I think that this is the first time that I have ever made a video all about Steve Cash and Sylvester. I really enjoyed their videos when they were being brought out. I am very sorry that they both are no longer with us. But at least they, along with Gibson, have reunited in the afterlife. And I do wish Steve's wife pretty good luck in taking care of Random Kitty and Gigi. I'm not sure if there are any. Oh, yeah, and also Gibson. I wish Random Kitty the best of luck. I wish Gibson the best of luck. And I wish Gigi the best of luck. And also wish the best of luck with Shelby, even though she actually lives with somebody else now, despite her going blind. I mean, I do understand because I had a dog who had gone blind like sometime a few months to a year before we had to put him to sleep, unfortunately. But hopefully Shelby will be doing pretty well for however much longer she has left on this earth. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and to Steve's wife as well as any of his remaining animals that are still with us, I wish you the best of luck in the future and hope that you all have a good life. Hey there guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to see more videos from me, click on any of the video links that show up on the screen. And also feel free to subscribe to my channel, and if you can, share this video on all your social media if you can. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.